This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate. That's what my tattoo says, Bobby. Good morning. It is a Tuesday.
On your lower back?
The small of my back, Bob.
Who's attacking? Who's dominating?
I don't know if it's upside down, though. I never took a good look at it. It might be upside down, which would be weird. Let's just keep going. Morning Juice sponsor Riverside Bank and Dublin Event Risk Elite Protection. We are off and running here on a Tuesday. Bob.
We're off. I don't know if we're running.
Right.
We might look like the Bengals offense right now.
Oh,
really.
That was awful, wasn't it?
Trying to find our footing.
God, Bobby, that was awful last night. Did you watch?
Is Joe Burrow the best quarterback ever?
You know what?
Based upon the people that are playing around him, probably.
That was such an ugly. I think the Bengals have now been officially eliminated from the AFC
What's
playoffs.
terrible is when you make a good play,
yeah,
and then it gets called back for a penalty that was just a penalty of discipline.
Right.
Like we're not going to line up on the line of scrimmage, like a legal procedure, not enough guys on the line of scrimmage, things like that. And you're like, you've got to be kidding me. This isn't even an effort thing. This isn't a technique thing. It's simply a detail thing. The trust would say doing that takes no talent at all.
Just
line up on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask you to block your guy. You just didn't even do anything. Terrible.
They lose 28-3. Do they have to make a move at quarterback? Just let it ride now.
Make a move. What move is there to make?
I'm just saying, do they do explore it? Okay,
they traded the Giants for Russell Wilson.
Jameis is out there.
Just rotten. Maybe they can get both Danger Russ and Jameis.
Right.
For who? What are you giving up?
I don't know.
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not saying, Bob, that they can. I'm saying, should they explore that? Should they be?
I'm sure they have been exploring it.
Or does it just like punt on the season?
They're like Ponce de Leon out there, Christopher Columbus. There's probably a lot of exploration going on. Doesn't mean that there's a new world to be found.
Miami beat the Jets.
McConaughey going through that wormhole.
27-21 Dolphins.
The problem is they got trapped behind the bookcase.
What movie is that?
Interstellar.
Okay.
That's a good one. Add it to the list, Tito. It's honestly one of my favorite movies of all time.
You would have to watch it 3 times, though, to understand it.
That's okay, though. I still don't understand it, and I love it.
That's my point is, he won't even watch it once. That's one of those movies you have to probably watch a second or third time to kind of get a grasp of what was going on.
I don't
sort
want
through the Reddit info on.
I don't want to think too much when I'm watching a movie. I just don't, Bob. That's why I didn't watch any of the other Matrix ones after the first one. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Everything about maybe if you rewatch it, you might understand it more.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to I don't have to rewatch. If it's not simple enough that I get it the first time through, if they don't dumb it down enough for me,
dumb it down enough.
I mean, if they could have done like an animated version of the Matrix, maybe I'd watch that.
What does that have to do? How does it being animated make the plot line easier to understand?
It would hold my attention more.
Oh, gosh.
See the injury to Tyreek Hill?
Oof.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to ruin his day.
I think it might, yes.
The good news is I'm sure his wife will help him take care of it.
Does that hurt? How's that feel?
I don't think, well,
bruise on the leg.
Yeah.
I think it's so Tyreek Hill out for the season.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
I know. The Dolphins do get the win, but it's actually a loss because
it's bad that I feel like I look at that and I was like, you know what? I'm not, but usually when guys hear, I was like, man, that stinks, especially with good dudes. But I'm like, Tyreek Hill is not a good human being. He's a really good football player, but not even a good human being. So I don't really empathize with him as much as I probably should. That's probably bad.
I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I don't know which version of the game you're watching. I know they have different like multicasts and stuff like that. But on the one I saw when he went down on the ground, he was immediately handcuffed by authorities, which I thought was kind of weird. Anyway,
those uniforms were pretty rough as well.
Oh, don't tell me that. My third grader, Dad, those uniforms are fire. The black uniforms are the best.
Artie didn't say fire. Artie said that he said.
Check that. Maybe cracked. I don't know.
Okay, you gonna say cracked? Okay, that sounds about right.
Sheen?
Exactly. I might have to have him watch the Charlie Sheen documentary with me to show him about what crack really does.
Artie said, Dad, why the Dolphins don't have black in their uniforms, do they? And I just said, well, it's rivalry. It's rivalry week, Artie. That's what I said. That's what they're trying to call it, right?
Is that really why they wore those?
Yeah, I think it's called like rivalry uniforms,
all right,
or something like that. But I'm with it.
The Cowboys play this weekend.
I think the Cowboys. I don't know who the Cowboys. Do they play anybody of significance this weekend?
Well, it's going to be good for the other team's offense. Oh,
It's
we're at New York.
Oh, homecoming.
Nice. Okay.
There we go.
Well, I think we can get this
you
one.
know what? Malik Neighbors, he's done.
That's
so
right.
now
The Jets, not Giants. Sorry.
oh,
the other one.
You said New York.
At the Jets, yeah, there's 2 New York teams. At the Jets, then at the Panthers. Don't let us get hot.
Wins? Question mark?
Versus Commanders after that. Jaden Daniels is still out.
When you look at the NFL so far, it's amazing. And I know injuries affect every team, but how many teams are going to benefit from the injury situation? Like the Rams this week, they play the 49ers. 49ers maybe now their third string quarterback. I don't know who it is. But, and the Rams have a chance to get an important win. But like the AFC North, the Steelers are benefiting so much from the fact that, first, the Browns suck. Now Joe Burrow being out. And Lamar Jackson might miss a game or two also with this hamstring thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't think the Steelers.
What's your gear on Lamar?
The Steelers, I think, though, like
Steel got it.
they are so benefiting from all of this. That's why Rodgers can't stop smiling, I think, when he's in the games and stuff. You see him. But
how about Tyreek Hill's, I don't know, reaction, I guess, as he was taking off on the cart? That was
what did he do? I didn't see that.
He just, like, smiled and kind of, he gave a wave.
Yeah.
A nice, like, wave like a queen.
Right.
I don't know. He was kind of, like, shaking himself a little bit.
He gets the rest of the season off.
It was odd. I've never really quite seen, most time you expect tears or frustration or something. And
Yeah.
he was taking it pretty well, I guess. So
Again, the rest of the season off paid. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it's all of a sudden.
Yeah,
It's
that's probably his last game for the Dolphins, though.
Is his contract up after this year, or is it just? I
I
mean,
think
if they can get out of it,
Yeah. I'm guessing.
I think his contract is up. Maybe not like in paper,
Right,
but in
but
terms
it's
of you've been here long enough.
Guaranteed dollars.
Yeah. The invisible ink is starting to wear off on that, or not the invisible ink. The ink is starting to.
Because they were
wear
looking
off.
at trying to move on from him this year.
Right. Yeah.
So if that's the case, if they had made what was your term, explored?
Yes.
They've explored that.
Yes.
Christopher Columbus, then I think if they've explored it, then they were probably trying to find a way to get some of those dollars off their hands. I'm guessing after this season, most of those dollars will be able to be free.
Yeah, I would think that's probably the case. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But yeah, Tyreek it out for the season. So, all right, Bob, let's make people smarter if you are ready. Play the music.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Take it away, General.
So I typed in Tyreek Hill contract.
Yep.
People also asked, how long is Tyreek Hill's contract with the Dolphins? How much is Tyreek Hill's contract for 2025? Why was Tyreek Hill traded? How many kids does Tyreek Hill have?
Okay.
Maybe that should be the full poll question. Which is the most important question about Tyreek Hill?
His injury, contract, children.
Bob,
There
you
you
might
go.
be able to put social influencer on your title. Because Brian in the chat said he listened to Nelson yesterday.
Of course.
After this. So,
All
yeah.
I need is your love and affection.
Listen
Those
to
are
him.
some pretty dudes, man.
Ooh.
Go watch the video. Awesome.
Okay.
It's what's today? Tuesday. Tuesday, September 30th, the final day of the month, the 273rd day of the year. Caden Curry days left, 92 in this 2025. Gosh, should be the 80s soon, Bodie. You know, Rothman and Thitoff love the 80s. This date, 1882, Thomas Edison's first hydroelectric power plant opens up in Appleton, Wisconsin, that is, on the Fox River. That is the river that runs up through Green Bay. AJ used to live on that and go tubing and wakeboarding on it. This date, 1988, Jack the Ripper kills his third and fourth victims.
Ooh.
Yeah, rough one.
Doubleheader.
Just like Monday night last night.
Yeah,
Where do you think
doubleheader.
they got the idea?
You're absolutely right. Yes. One at 7:15, one at 8:15.
This date, I don't know if he was able to do the East Coast West Mountain Time thing, though. This date, 1907, the McKinley National Memorial is opened up. He has his final resting place, which is dedicated in where?
You asking me?
Yeah. They have a school named after him there.
It's in Ohio.
Fairly prolific football school.
Canada? I don't know, Bob. Where?
Canton?
Canton? Is that what it is? Yeah, Canton.
Canton McKinley?
Yeah, it's Canton McKinley.
Ever heard of that?
I've heard of Canton McKinley.
That's good. I'm glad you have.
They play football up there.
Yep.
Against
This date, 1935, the Hoover Dam, spanning, is it Is it Arizona and
Nevada,
I believe.
Yeah.
It is dedicated. This day, 1939, the first broadcast of an NFL game happens on NBC. And then on this date, 1947, the World Series begins. It is the first to be televised, the first to include a black player, and the first where a pinch hit was a home run.
Joe Page now pitching for New York. Ninth inning, mixes on first, one out. The left-hander takes the stretch, checking the runner on first. Edwards at bat. The right-hand hitter swings. It's a ground ball hit out toward short. Two out with it over to Sternwatch for one out. The relay to first. It's a double play. The Yankees win. And Joe Page, who hurled 5 relief innings of scoreless ball, is mobbed. It's a jubilant crew of Yankees who celebrate in their clubhouse. Winning smiles from Joe Page and Bucky Harris. From Bobby Brown, Johnny Lindell, Bobo Newsom. From Bill Bevins, George McQuinn, and Tommy Henry.
Let's name the whole
And
roster.
here is Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper, flashing a victorious grin. So all hail to the New York Yankees, baseball's world champions.
Was DiMaggio, he said the Yankee Clipper. Joe
Yeah.
DiMaggio wasn't the coach then, was he?
No, but they call him the Yankee Clipper, though. That's
Okay.
the nickname. Clipper, yeah, that's the nickname. Yankee Clipper.
Well, the Columbus Clippers.
I understand. Yeah, that's.
This date, 1949, the Berlin airlift ends. 1972, Roberto Clemente secures his 3,000th hit.
Matlack on the 0-1. Bobby hits a drive into the gap in the left center field. There she is. For a double. Papers flying, everybody standing. A double for Roberto.
That was off John Matlack. And that was his final hit. And then on December 31st that year, he was killed in that plane crash.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Taking supplies over to Puerto Rico, I think from an earthquake or whatever it was. He was over there on like a mission to take supplies over there when his plane went down. But yeah, exactly 3,000 hits.
Remember, for every Tyreek Hill, there's a Roberto Clemente
Yes.
out there.
They called him Bobby in that broadcast. I think he used to hate being called Bobby. He was very
Really?
proud of his Roberto, very proud of his heritage, and wanted to be called that way. And people in the newspapers referred to him as Bobby a lot too, and it bothered him.
Kind of hurts my soul a little bit. I think Bobby's a fine name. This date,
Roberto
1995.
Carpenter.
Fantasy. Well, my name in Spanish class was Roberto.
Mine was Juan. Juan
Yeah.
Thitoff.
No, you look like a Quan.
Juan, not Quan, not Q, a J.
Juan?
Juan.
Okay. This date, couldn't you have been Jefe?
You know what? Looking back, I probably just should have been Tito, right?
What about Jesus?
I could have been. Hey, I always thought.
You say you can call me Jesus or Jesus.
Or Jesus, either one you want, yeah.
This day, 1995, Fantasy by Mariah Carey debuts at number 1.
Pre-crazy Mariah was something else.
Yeah, that was kind of apex right
Yeah.
there. I mean,
That
we're
and Honey
hitting,
came out at the same time.
yeah, we were hitting the top of the mountain, and then it was starting to go to crazy. The road to Crazy Town began.
I didn't realize she went crazy, to be honest with you.
You didn't realize she went crazy?
No.
No, yeah, she's
Seen
crazy.
her lately?
I mean, I'm not saying she's the straightest arrow, but
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
she-
This
I mean,
was
I feel like
Nick Cannon.
crazy's, oh, well, you want to talk about having a lot of children.
Oh yeah, Nick Cannon and Tyreek Hill in an arms race. 2 arms for every kid. How many they got now?
That's
Sean Kemp says,
guess-
"I'll hold your beers."
When I think crazy, though, like, I don't know, Mariah seems to be not a 10 out of 10, right?
No, but she's
no, but she's.
She didn't go full Britney Spears, right?
No,
Like,
I don't think she was quite to that
So-
level.
no, but she was just. She became very diva.
Very diva, but then like some of her performances, like her singing got really bad. I think there was some maybe drunk or on some stuff
well.
a couple times performing
I gotta
live.
tell you, that
That's-
Christmas song is.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It's Chris Song's good. Yeah.
Her
Oh.
Christmas album is my mother-in-law's favorite.
Okay, I was actually going to say I think it's very overrated.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
well,
fine.
Now we've
hot
got,
take, but yeah.
now we're about to throw hands.
Oh, I don't listen. You're not going to offend me. I choose not to be offended, AJ Hawk. Let's take 2002. Faith Hill releases "Cry."
Never heard this song.
Really? One
saying?
more thing. I remember downloading that. There's certain things in your mind. We finally got to Ohio State, and that's when we had high-speed DSL, and you could download songs and all kinds of other viruses to your computer. Basically, you're living like Charlie Sheen. You got everything you wanted and everything you didn't, too. But you could get free music.
So that was Faith Hill. Who was the other? Shania Twain was big around that time, too, I think.
Very true. Some birthdays today. 1832, Ann Jarvis, the co-founder of Mother's Day. Truman Capote, the author, born on this date, 1924. John Lombardo, turning 73, the oldest and one of the founding members of 10,000 Maniacs.
That's a good song.
Oh, it's one of the best.
Written by Springsteen, right?
Written by the Bruce.
There's a movie coming out about him.
Yes, I saw that
in a
last
few weeks.
I was on last night.
Check that out.
There's that, and there's also like I think a Netflix documentary coming out also about him, like a 4 or 5
I
part
enjoy
one.
the music, the biopics. You know, they did the one, obviously.
The Freddie Mercury one.
The whole, that was really
Elton John.
good. Elton John, I didn't see. I heard it wasn't quite as good.
Bob Dylan.
I watched. I haven't seen Bob Dylan. I watched Elvis, which was okay.
I thought Elvis was really good.
It's kind of slow. It just wasn't. There wasn't as much fun and drama in there. You know,
I wish he did more drugs.
Yeah, more. Yeah, it's amazing. He was only 40. He was 42 when he died.
42, 1977.
My age when he died.
1970 something.
Yeah. But Fran Drescher turning 68 today. The Nanny.
So you gotta remember, when the movie starts, turn up your hearing aid.
They got sound now?
Your turn.
I'll have a large popcorn, no butter, no oil, dry air pops with a Diet Coke.
Anything else?
Yeah, a Goobers, a large Snickers, and a nachos with extra cheese.
Man, you can eat all that stuff in the zone?
Yeah, the Twilight Zone.
Why can't I lose weight? Maybe I should see a therapist to help me stop eating. You know, it's the only thing I haven't tried besides diet and exercise.
One of the classics from the mid-90s, Bodie.
Yeah.
Just the laugh track. In case you didn't know it was funny, we're going to let you know it was funny. My wife hates laugh tracks.
I carry one around with me.
Of course you do. Born on this day, 1969, passed away, unfortunately, in 91. Chris Von Erich, one of the famed Von Erichs, which another Iron Claw Shark recommended, which was one of the most depressing movies I'd ever watched. I thought it was going to be really exciting. And it was. Then it took a turn,
wasn't.
And then I took a turn that I didn't really enjoy. Jeremy Giambi, the brother of Jason Giambi, born on this date, 1974. He passed away a couple years ago, unfortunately.
Was his self-inflicted? Do you remember?
I thought he got cancer, but I'm not.
I think he may have offed himself.
Okay, well, maybe that happened as well. I'm not positive. I didn't do a whole lot of research into that.
Jeremy Giambi?
Yes. He died in 2022.
Yep.
Martina Hingis turning 45, the 5-time singles champ. And then born on this date, 1983, making him 42 years old. Gosh, speaking of some of the great all-time NFL guys, Mr. Adam Pac-Man Jones.
In the locker room? You smoke weed in the locker room? When did you smoke weed in the locker room?
I don't smoke the vape in the locker room. Like a vape pen.
I ain't asked you that. I said, you smoke weed?
Before the game?
Man,
It's weed.
man,
Weed
listen.
in the vape. I ain't never, listen, I played 1 year in the program, and my wife can tell you this, and I tried my best to cheat the out of them the whole year. I've always smoked before every game. I've never played a game without smoking, pretty much besides the year that I was in the program, right around.
Were you good? Did you play better or you play worse?
You tell me.
What year was it? I don't know. I got to check.
The year I was in the program, I was horrible.
So you needed
15
it.
was the year I got out the program. I think I was in there 13. Oh, it was bad. I didn't even want to go to work.
Any Charlie Sheen references, Pac-Man Jones references in the Charlie Sheen doc or not? It sounds like they could have had some fun together.
No, but I used to always love talking to AJ because he played with AJ in Cincinnati at the end, and he was with me in Dallas. So the ability to try to triangulate stories when he would be telling stories about his times in Dallas, and AJ would ask me about them. Oh, they were crazy. Him and Vontez Burfict used to sit there and share stories before practice. AJ's like, it was some of the best things you've ever heard.
Yeah.
I mean, these are coming from a guy, Bodie, who said the only games he ever played sober in the NFL or any time in life for the games he was in the program and getting drug tested on a multi.
That was his worst year, according to him.
Yeah.
You check the film. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
T-Pain turning 41 today. Oh, there. In love with a stripper.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a great song. It's a great, listen.
Great music video, too.
Oh, I'm sure that video is
artistic.
Of course. Why not? Some passings today. We've lost a couple of legends on this date. I was going to have you dig up something from him, but Bodie, we had so much already. But Robert Kardashian passed away on this date, 2003. Oh, yeah. If you have time, did you watch the O.J. Simpson, either the FX bio series of him or ESPN did a great deal that you can pull up, 5-part series, Made in America, O.J. Simpson Made in America, which is really good. And then a month or a couple weeks later, FX put out a mini series on it.
Now the FX one was kind of more of a
it's a drama, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a TV show.
It's a show.
Speak, right?
It's not a documentary, it's like a biopic.
Yeah.
It's like a biopic, like the Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff like that.
Yeah. And the character
Ross Geller out of Friends.
Okay, I knew he was in it.
David
Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer plays Robert Kardashian,
okay.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Doesn't Cuba Gooding Jr., does he play OJ?
No, I don't know if he plays OJ or not. I'm trying to think who played. I can't remember on that.
I'll have to go back. The guy who did it was
He did not play Lance Ito. I know that. Cuba Gooding Jr. did not play Lance Ito.
That's key.
Like that.
Dikembe Mutombo, the 8-time NBA All-Star, passing away today. This date 1 year ago today.
You're right. That's a fifth floor problem.
Not in my house. No. Not today.
Jimmy, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
Happier than Dikembe Mutombo blocking a shot.
Nice.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Good pull by you. Cuba Gooding Jr. was OJ in that.
Watching it.
Courtney B. Vance was Johnny Cochran. He did a great job there. Travolta was Robert Shapiro.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's a pretty big cast.
Yeah, it is. It's so yeah. There's I don't remember if I watched the whole thing.
It's pretty.
I mean, I know how it
pretty
is.
Juicy.
Larry King appeared as himself in that.
OJ's passing just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Never.
I think just last year.
By the way,
just last year.
I didn't realize this. Do you know who played Al Cowlings in the movie?
Oh,
He's also recently passed away.
Did OJ play Al?
No, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
He's dead too?
Yeah, Jamal Warner died in a swimming accident or something.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, he was. I didn't realize he was in that either. But I mean, granted, it's Al Cowlings. How big of a role you have in that, other than driving?
No, because they talked about him being buddies
one.
and stuff and different things. It's pretty good. There's some poetic liberties taken. I'm fairly certain in that, but it was pretty entertaining. You would like it, Bodie.
The FX thing was 10 episodes.
Yeah, it's like 10 1-hour episodes.
In
they were good.
2016. Yep.
Yeah, because was that the 20-year anniversary of it? No, 21. Because I feel like in 94.
94 was when the
Bronco chase was,
and then 95 was the trial. Is that right?
Yeah, so it was. I don't think you understand, Bodie. You were young. I
wasn't born.
They cut
You were
in
very young.
to the NBA Finals for that Bronco chase.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, "What the hell? He's just driving a car." He's like, "Put the game back in the game in the little box in the screen." I mean, watching whatever highway they were on L.A.
Right.
No
Highway to
cars
hell.
on it, and there's people cheering. They have posters.
Yeah, there's all these people
It
lined up
was
on
insane.
overpasses and the cars going through.
I know, like I said, I wasn't alive, but there are things that you try to think of, what is there anything in my lifetime that I can remember exactly where I was,
Right.
the moment I can remember. Excuse me. And I'm not saying it's the exact same, obviously, but I can remember right where I was when I saw the news that Kobe Bryant was killed in the helicopter crash or whatever. And obviously for a lot of people, that OJ thing I know is.
I'm trying to think moments for me were probably the OJ thing, Probably 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
That was another one. What other moments would I? How about you, Bob? Can you think of any?
I never thought of Kobe, but I was at a swim meet because I remember I was getting ready to fly. It was right before the Super Bowl fly.
Right.
To New York to do Get Up, and I'd already got to the airport, and like, well, we're going to probably do all Kobe tomorrow, so you don't have to come till the next day. I'm like, well, I'm already at the airport and checked in. Like, all right, well, you want to come? I'm like, I'll just come and hang out then at that point. I mean, might as well get a good night's sleep in a hotel.
We were at Great Wolf Lodge with the kids when I got the news.
Yeah. But outside of
I still went down the slide, but
he would have wanted you to.
I'll have to think about that. It's very interesting. And then passing away 1 year ago today, the Hit King, Mr. Pete Rose.
He levels the bat a couple of times. Shao kicks and he fires. Rose swings.
There it is! There it is! Get out!
Center.
Get out! All right!
There it is. Hit number 4192. A line drive single into left center field. A clean base hit. And it is pandemonium here at Riverfront Stadium.
Wow. There we go. Mr. Charlie Hustle. Don't worry, he's getting in the Hall of Fame now.
The Survivor Zone says, how about the space shuttle disaster? I would remember that one, 86.
I was 3 years old, so that was too much for me, or too young for me. We talked about it in school when I was younger. Let's get some holidays and observances here. Sorry, I started zoning out. I was going to...
Right, cheating the listeners there.
Listen, I got to give them everything that's here, the full Monty, if you will. It is Chewing Gum Day, Extra Virgin Olive Oil Day, International Podcast Day. How about that?
Oh.
Yeah, National Love People Day. Orange Shirt Day, Time for Yoga Day, and Thunderbirds Day. And those are your historical events. Your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, September 30th, the final day in September, 273rd day of the year, and 92 days remaining this 2025.
Okay, dumb question. I'm good at that.
30 days has September, April, June, and November.
No, I got that. No, that part I understand.
Your knuckles, every other knuckle.
In March 31st, I learned and watched some clips. That's actual date because that one Parks and Rec show. They had a big episode around that.
Scheduled all the meetings that day. Why'd you do that? I didn't think it existed.
Right. Bob, what is the difference between extra virgin olive oil and virgin olive oil?
It's a great question. The extra.
I understand, but I'm saying, how could you be an extra virgin?
I think it's a processing thing off of how they distill it or whatever they purify it somehow.
I would just say.
Listen, man, I'm not a culinary expert. I just know that the extra virgin olive oil is a little bit better for you.
It's better for you. Okay.
I think so. I think it's the way it's purified or something.
Okay. All right. I'd like to hear that if anyone in the chat
to have
wants
one of those.
No, don't, Bob.
13 like to be a part of one of those someday.
Anyway, well done as always, General. We're going to do something, Bobby, that's really going to excite you next. Baseball talk. Morning Juice.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Martina McBride. With online news, social media, and texting available 24/7, the world seems to be spinning faster and faster every day. And it can be overwhelming. Sometimes we just need to unplug and take a break from our electronic devices. It can help reduce stress and allow us to reflect on the things that are really important in our lives.
This message brought to you courtesy of the United States Air Force.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Since 2003, Wounded Warrior Project has helped post-9/11 veterans adjust back to civilian life. Through specialized programs, they begin healing their bodies and minds while regaining a sense of camaraderie. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Bobby and Tito. Morning Juice.
Bobby, Tito, and baseball.
Yeah. And Bobby Bodie baseball.
Hey,
and
I
Tito.
knew that both the Guardians and Reds made it in.
Yeah.
And
Do you know who
how
else
they
is
got
playing
it.
today, Bob? Do you know who the Guardians and Reds play?
The Reds play the Dodgers.
That's correct.
9
yep.
o'clock.
The Guardians. Well, no, because and the Guardians play the Tigers.
That's right.
That's right.
There was going to be whoever won or lost that series played each other. Look at that.
Look at that.
I want you
You're
to
home for baseball.
Listen to those updates every now and then. Pays off.
I want you to listen to the fan to the Reds game tonight. But if
Zero chance of that.
let's say you want to go out and watch
I have a better chance of waking up with my head sewn to the carpet.
watch the Guardians and Tigers. I know a place you can go and watch it today.
Coach.
And I got to be able to play the music here, Bodie, because it's a Tuesday.
There you go.
Oh, this it wouldn't
You
be
can watch
bad.
it
It means
there.
it's an appetizer Tuesday, which means the featured appetizer at Roosters is going to be $3 all day long. The featured appetizer for the final day of the month of September. It's the favorite Bill and Linda's week. The fried mushrooms, breaded mushrooms, or breaded mushrooms, fried crispy golden on the outside, hot and juicy on the inside, served with a side of ranch dressing. Be bold. Ask for some spicy ranch. They're $3 all day long. And if you stay locked in here with us, we'll give you a chance to win a $50 Roosters gift card in about an hour for playing That's What He Said.
Bob, among the random name drops you could do, did you just drop Justin Zwick's parents on us?
Yeah, they're his dad. Justin doesn't like them, and I don't particularly. Of all the appetizers, those are probably my least favorite. I will eat maybe one or two of them.
Okay.
But they are the favorites of Bill and Linda's way.
I cannot, I don't know any of my friends.
I see Justin every Monday, and we talk about it. So
You talk about Roosters?
We're at Roosters, so yes, we do talk, and the appetizers are sitting there in front of us.
So that's how you know that. Okay, I was thinking, I don't think I know.
I mean, he told me that like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's kind of a rare fact that just
stuck in your brain.
Yeah,
Bodie, that's your poll question. Do you know any of your friends' parents' favorite appetizers?
Do you think that's relatable to all the shows?
I think it is, because Roosters does a lot for the station here. I think that's probably relatable.
That's fair.
I don't know. Do you know any of your friends' parents' favorite appetizer? I don't think I do.
Nope.
That's a good.
Not even remotely.
Yeah, I don't even know most of my friends' parents. I don't know most of my friends. Bob Shiloh. God
bless him.
This is the 4th time that the Reds and Guardians have both been in the playoffs. Reds and Indians, Reds and Cleveland franchise have both been in the playoffs in the same year. We got robbed of it in 94 when the strike hit and the Reds and Indians. We could have had an I-71 series. 95, they both made it. Reds lost, I think, in the NLCS to the Braves. And the Guards made it to the World Series and lost to the Braves. I think the other times you all lost like early rounds. And obviously, it is a long shot for it to happen this year. How cool would that be to have an I-71 World Series, though?
that'd be pretty sweet. I mean, they have the Subway Series in New York.
Right.
What they call the one in L.A., you know?
I can't remember what they called the L.A. one. No, they had the
what year was it?
L.A. was well, they had the one in when Milwaukee played St. Louis.
Those are two different states.
No, but I understand the two different states, but they had
River
some kind
rivalry or something.
Some kind of like a brewery, beer kind of nickname, because the Brewers, obviously, and the Bush family with the Cardinals. So I can't remember what they called the one when L.A. played. Who did they play? Then what was that? Was that the
Dodgers and Angels have never played?
I don't think they ever played.
Maybe
the World
they got
Series.
close and then they
may
didn't.
have. The Angels have never. The Angels made the World Series one time and lost.
Yes.
That was the one they lost to the Giants with Bonds.
They had. When didn't they have the earthquake?
There was the
Wasn't that
Giants in Oakland. That was like the Bay Area series, or the
whatever.
Bay Bridge, whatever it was, when the earthquake hit.
Obviously, God didn't like that one.
No, apparently. But yeah, so.
I remember the Subway Series with Piazza. Was that like 01?
No, 01 was the Diamondbacks one, because that's when it would have been a great story if New York had won the World Series that year, and they lost Arizona in Game 7 when Gonzalez got the hit off of Mariano Rivera. I think that 2000 may have been the Subway Series. That's the one when Clemens threw the bat at Piazza. Was that
Maybe,
that?
yeah. Bobby Valentine was the manager for the Mets.
Yeah, that was I think.
Yeah,
that's
2000. 2000 was that one? So it looks like the Angels and Dodgers have never met in the World Series, but it's called the Freeway Series.
Okay.
Just in general.
I'm trying to think. What was the Brewers Cardinals in 82? That was
82.
1982, yeah. The Cardinals won that
1980 something
in 6 games, if I'm not mistaken, in that one.
The Suds Series.
The Suds Series, what they called it. Okay. But anyway, Reds underway today. Look, starting pitching is what wins these series for the most part. And the Reds have got the starting pitching.
A lot of them get lost in the bullpen, though.
You get somebody lost the bullpen. But I'm saying if the Reds can get solid, they got Hunter Green going today. If they can get solid starting pitching, they have a shot in this series against the Dodgers. I'm not expecting it, but look, it's a best of 3, Bob. So, you win 2 games, you move on. A couple of fluky plays here and there. It could happen. I don't know if the Reds have got the hitting to make a run, but boy, I tell you, it would be nuts.
Don't let them win tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. 9 times out of 10,
So
we play them 10 times.
You win tonight. All of a sudden, you just got to win 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's the 3-game series. The one-off was crazy. The 3-game is still really tight.
Yeah. So coming up next, though, so we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, I hope we're still talking about. I hope we have a reason to talk about baseball a week from now, Bob. Because that would mean the Reds and Guardians, or Reds or Guardians, would be advancing, which I'd like to see. So, coming up next, we'll use some quick hitters. Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. NFL revenues were at an all-time high in the latest fiscal year, with the league racking up a staggering $23 billion in total revenue. They sent around $416 million to each of the 32 franchises. That's up nearly 9% year over year. Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, talk about how the NFL model correlates to local banking.
It's kind of weird to say, but the NFL model is similar to working with your local bank. Just like the NFL returns profits to its teams, by working with a locally owned bank, deposits are returned to that community in the form of business and consumer loans. It's a reinvestment that benefits the area in which we all live.
It is a total win-win for the community, the depositor, and the bank. Stop into our branch and see what a difference we can make together.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville, or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Lexi spent more than 6 years in foster care.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're going to beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Attack and dominate, YouTubers. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Mike's off there, buddy, right?
Yes, they were.
Just making sure. We covered a lot of ground there in that break. Lots of things. Let's go ahead and move on. Do some quick hitters here.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's Bodie Wells. Good morning, my friend.
Happy Tuesday, fellas. We'll start here with the NFL. The poor New York Football Giants. They had their worst fears confirmed on Monday with an MRI showing that standout wide receiver Malik Nabers did, in fact, suffer a season-ending torn ACL in his right knee. The head coach of the G-Men, Brian Daboll, said yesterday we'll have a tremendous amount of support for him and his family. That's obviously a tough loss for our football team, but we'll regroup and we'll get the guys ready to play that are here and be as good as we can be. Don't know if that's the greatest indictment on the rest of the roster, but nevertheless, Nabers, he's been nothing short of a star since the Giants selected him with the 6th overall pick last spring of 2024. He had 109 catches for just over 1,200 yards and 7 scores in his rookie debut season last year. This year, just 3+ games, but he's had 271 yards and 2 touchdowns in those 3+ games. That includes a 167-yard, 2-touchdown performance against the Dallas Cowboys a couple of weeks ago. And all that, of course, comes with some very, very, very up-and-down quarterback play. Tito has some brutal news here for the Giants fans and Jackson Dart, who just took over that offense last Sunday.
God, the offense looked good with him and Scadaboo out there. It actually looked pretty damn good. Now you got what? Wan'Dale Robinson?
He's not bad, but he's not Malik Nabers.
No. Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyatt. Is that the kid from Tennessee? I think Hyatt.
Sounds right. I heard that yesterday. I was driving around. The first thought that I had is, man, this is going to hurt your Highness's pick.
Oh, you're right.
Jackson Dart.
That's right.
Or if he plays so well without him.
That could be the case, but I'm guessing Malik Nabers was going to be a large asset to him. And with him being out, that's going to be a tough situation. Now, if he plays well without him, kudos and great job. But the Malik Nabers thing, not that the Giants are doing anything or going anywhere this year, but that's going to be tough for your rookie quarterback without his number one weapon.
That's one of those things, Bob, where you keep thinking your team's got a shot until they're mathematically eliminated. We had Jackson Dart with a shot, but maybe the Giants winning the East, was that his other prediction, right?
Yes, it was.
I feel like now they're not mathematically eliminated, but they're pretty damn close to eliminated. They're in a better spot than the Bengals are, I would say. But, yeah, Jackson Dart looked really good. That was fun to watch. A lot of designed runs, though, for him.
Too many,
yeah,
right?
It might be too many.
You can't
that one.
survive doing that.
I don't think you can either. But, yeah, they had a lot of designed runs right up the middle like that. And it's just like, at some point.
I think First Take was listening to last Thursday's show and heard Your Highness say the Giants are going to win the NFC East. I think Stephen A. would have been like, somebody get that guy on the phone.
Yeah,
get
him on
New
here now.
York.
Right.
We're going to have a segment.
Yeah.
College football here, guys. Brett McMurphy, Columbus's favorite college football reporter of On3 Sports, has reported that the sites for the next 4 college football playoff national championship games. This year's game will take place on January 19th at Hard Rock Stadium down there in South Beach in Miami. Here's what we've got for the next 4 years. For next year, it'll be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's like,
Big Ten
26th or something? Do you have the
next
date?
fall? Yes, it'll be Allegiant Stadium. That's on January 25th of 2027.
It's real close to touching February.
Oh, we're getting even. Is that the latest one? Yeah, I guess that is the latest. But the next 3 aren't too much further off. For the 2027 season, they'll be in New Orleans on January 24th. The 2028 season, it'll be in Tampa, Florida on January 22nd. And then finally, for the 2029 season, it's back to Miami on January 21st. Carp, what jumps out to you here? Anything in particular?
So we've got Miami, Vegas, New Orleans, Tampa, Miami.
Yep.
Vegas is going to be sweet. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I would like Ohio State to get there. The Miami ones are good.
I'd love Notre Dame to get there, too. They could play that sucker on the moon if we were in it.
The New Orleans ones are great. I love that they're going to have one down there because that's always a lot of fun. Those are great cities. Just interesting to see the rotations. Interesting to see if they get Indy back on that rotation.
Yeah.
Because they've made it like the Super Bowl now where it can go anywhere. They had it there and ironically had Georgia and
Alabama
in that season. And that was the COVID year anyway. So that was kind of – because that was the year Ohio State lost to Bama, I want to say, in 20, I think.
So the year that it was in Indy was kind of coming out of COVID.
I don't think you could still have – maybe
fall of 21. So technically the game was January of 22.
Okay.
That was a packed house.
That's right. That's right. And but no Buckeyes there. But these are all good. I mean, I like those sites. I like those locations. It wouldn't kill me if they start putting more stuff in the north. You can put it anywhere. You've got these great stadiums here in the Midwest as well. Put them in there as well.
Yeah, they got the ones coming up now. Again, they're building like that Cleveland one. They're going to do that essentially, or eventually. I should say that if everything passes through.
In Chicago.
Oh gosh, I'm so tired of the dome. So yeah, I understand. I get it. Yeah, but
you can't have it if it's not in a dome.
I understand. They can't do it, Bob. But do you think they'll ever try to do a Super Bowl outdoors in a cold weather city again?
No.
I don't think they will either.
They got lucky with New York, and I don't think they'll ever try it again.
Yeah, I don't think they will either. Does that? But should they?
For the product on television and what it has become, no. But for what the game is, it wouldn't bother me. But it's more of a event now than it is an actual football game.
That's what I'm thinking too. So yeah, I wondered. I enjoyed it. I had the one outdoors there in New York because I did get lucky there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see when these new NFL stadiums get built. How many super CFP games will end up going there?
I feel like the college football playoff national championship game, though, fortunately, at least for right now, is still a game.
It is
Don't
a game.
you think?
You still get people in there, but it's getting really expensive.
Yeah.
And the more they're going to have to go to second round home sites if you want people to be able to go and travel for these, because doing 3 of them and then a national championship is crazy expensive.
Yeah, especially when you look at it last year. I mean, just the 2 teams that made it. So Ohio State fans, if you're around the Columbus area, I know Ohio State has fans all over the country, obviously. But if you're from, we'll just say Ohio, you had to go. You had the home game, and that alone was expensive. But you didn't have to pay for travel.
Our 4 tickets to that were like $1,200, I want to say.
And then you went to California for the Rose Bowl.
I didn't go to that. My expenses just going to the final 2 games, flight, hotel. I got a rental car in Dallas. I did not in Atlanta. But I want to say I looked at all that. I think it was just for me, and I didn't have to buy a ticket because I had my media credential. I want to say it was like $4,000 for me, maybe $5,000 to $5,000.
I mean, it was Pasadena, Dallas,
I didn't even
and then
go to
Atlanta.
Pasadena.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That was just for the other 2.
If you went to all of them,
the flights for the other 2 were about $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, and then Notre Dame fans, same thing. You had the home playoff game against IU, and then New Orleans, Miami, Atlanta.
And that's the damn thing is that you want to go to a play. You want to go to one of the bowl games, right? But you're not guaranteed your team will play in the championship, and so. Yeah. But if you can only afford to go to one, do you go to the first one you can go to at the travel thing, and then just or do you wait out and see what happens, and they lose, and then you're screwed and didn't get to go to one? But it's getting way pricey.
In the NBA here, Monday was media day across the association as we inch our way closer to the start of the 80th season in NBA history. Among all the storylines, one that always tops the list is what the LA Lakers are up to. And, of course, that adds LeBron James, who is set to begin his record 23rd season this next month. Speaking on a potential retirement, James told the media, "I don't know when the end is, but I do know that it's sooner than later." Turning 41 years old in December later on this year, James, he was still productive as ever last season. 70 games played. He averaged 24, 8, and 8. The Lakers won 50 games, went 50 and 32 on the season. They did earn the 3 seed in a Western Conference that has been very good for a long time, but then they were bounced in 5 games in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tito, his production is still just ridiculous. It kind of feels like LeBron is going to end up walking away, much like Tom Brady did, with something still. You feel like he can still genuinely play at a high level in the game,
right,
in the league, but at some point you just end up walking away. Like you can't. Well, maybe I shouldn't say can't, but most guys don't want to play till they're 50.
It's just amazing that regardless if I'm not getting to the whole LeBron or Jordan or Kobe debate or whatever. I'm not doing that. But I can't think of another athlete, Bob, that, and you could say someone was self-promotion, but has hyped as young as he was and has exceeded expectations.
Yeah, LeBron's been, Tiger Woods probably the only other guy.
But then on top of that, though, the other thing where he's a little different than Tiger, or a lot different than Tiger, is he's kept his. There hasn't been the worst thing he's done PR-wise was
go to
the
Miami.
decision.
Yeah,
the way he did the decision.
He's never had any off the court issues.
I'm not saying he's squeaky clean, but we
but
never hear about
been,
baby
yes.
mamas. We never hear about drugs. Never any of that kind of stuff. He hasn't punched a teammate. Like, we never hear of any of that kind of stuff with him. And it could all just be because it gets hidden. But I'm just, nonetheless, I don't think
I find that hard to believe, honestly.
I would think that it would come
I'm
out
not
some
saying,
way.
I don't know LeBron personally, but I don't know. I'm guessing he seems like a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
With the way things get, everybody's got a freaking phone nowadays, man. And it takes about half a second. When's the last time there was a fight in a stadium and there wasn't a million people recording it? I'm guessing if something was going to get out about him to that extent,
it
would have gotten out by now.
Married his high school sweetheart and has been with her this entire time. And, it's just, but with how much, and the way he takes care of his body.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, he said he spends over $1 million a year taking care of his body, just doing that stuff. And so that part is also impressive. He's never backed off of that at all.
No, that's the only way he's played this long.
Yeah.
And he's been the greatest player that has played great the longest. And we'll see. This year, he'll probably still be another top 10 player in the NBA.
And LA should be pretty good.
Yeah, they got DeAndre
Luka.
Ayton.
Yeah.
They added to the team a little bit there.
We'll see what
they're not
going to
win the West, but
but
he's in contention. It's not like he's just out there limping around and is a ceremonial player. He's still good.
Then for Kobe was not.
Oh,
nowhere he was out there putting up 35 shots a game.
LeBron is his game has evolved to where he's not. He can be the central distributor, but he doesn't need to go out and score 30 a game. He can score in the low 20s. And still have 7 and 7.
Right.
And anybody is going to give you 20, 23, 7 and 7. That's pretty darn impressive. And it's still a good defender as well, which is the other thing that's probably the most impressive.
I can't think of a football player got hyped in high school that ended up going on and having a great career.
Ron Paulus.
Okay, Ron Paulus is one. There we go. Good call on that one, Bob. But on the baseball front, Bryce Harper maybe. Some Bryce Harper's on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
I think Harper,
16 or
not
17.
LeBron level, obviously.
No, but
but I remember, hearing about him when he was still in high school. And I'd say he's lived up to that.
He's lived up to it. He's won an MVP. He's won a World Series.
Yeah, Strasburg lives in that ballpark too, I think. I remember. Baseball's weird. Yeah, his injuries kind of took a toll on him at the end of his career. But, I'm pretty sure he was the World Series MVP in 2019, wasn't he?
He might have been, yeah.
I know that's just one isolated
still,
postseason, but that's a hell of an accolade to add to the chart, add to the list there.
In hockey, Gretzky was getting noticed very young, and he ended up having a damn good career as well, obviously. Breaking news on that one. But I can't think of anybody else who would even rival
Tiger and LeBron are the two answers. And maybe Serena Williams as well.
Okay. Who was it? Patrick in the chat. Bodie's best friend. Didn't a teammate date his mom, LeBron's mom? Yeah, it's not on LeBron. That was the Delonte West, right?
Delonte West.
And he's fallen on some very hard times.
I'm waiting to put him in Today in History.
Yeah, it's
on both sides of the ledger.
Because Cuban went and got him help.
Yeah.
And then he went back out there again and is living that lifestyle again.
Yeah.
Listen, man, everybody wants to be Charlie Sheen, but very few people can handle it.
Not everybody's got the Tiger blood.
That's a good point on that one, yeah. So, NBA this year, it's weird because, Bodie, I think we've already eliminated the Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
We've eliminated the Pacers.
Yeah. The East is going to be so bad. And I know that the Cavaliers the last couple years, and especially last year when you win 64 games, I think it was, and then get kind of ran off the court pretty quickly there by Indiana. I know Cavs fans probably wanted something to change this offseason, and I get that. But I really think staying the course for them was the right decision.
Trusting the process?
Just trust the process, Bob. Sometimes if you keep banging your head against that door, eventually that sucker's going to crack. Well, hopefully, at least for their sake.
I don't know. We heard Bun Phillips say we're going to kick the door in. That's true. And that didn't happen.
I do feel like basketball, though, year to year is a little bit more sustainable than football is. But otherwise, though, you're looking at, I mean, New York should be pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think you look at them as some juggernaut.
No.
After that, I think Atlanta could be sneaky
Atlanta
good.
could be good this year.
But, like, now you're talking about a team that it's like, okay, 2 years ago, you had the Celtics who have Tatum, Brown, Derek White, etc. And then you look at Atlanta, and you're like, oh, man, how are we going to get through Kristaps Porzingis and Trae Young? You
Right.
know, like, it's a different level.
Sure.
Philadelphia would be amazing if every player stayed healthy and it was
right.
an NBA 2K video game, but that's not how things work. And otherwise, it's just a lot of, I mean, Orlando should be good, but once again, that's not like the Celtics of the last few years or some of those Miami teams. Detroit should be pretty good, but same thing with them. So, yeah, I mean, Cleveland should win another very high 50s, if not low 60s, and the playoffs will be there for the taking.
Yeah.
They just got to go out there and take it.
Right, yeah. If you just did if they went to that one thing they talked about doing, where you rank the teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference, you'd have a lot of teams from the West at the top,
yeah.
you know what I mean, versus the East. And I would think that, I think the East would end up, I think the West is going to have probably the top maybe 4 or 5 teams in the whole NBA this year. I mean, Houston getting Durant. Bobby, I don't know if you had this
Houston
planned.
getting Durant. There's nothing in my life that matters less than.
I was going to say, Bob.
Yeah.
We had a segment talking baseball.
I heard about that yesterday. I was driving. I was like, how do I even care? What percentage of my brain space should I dedicate to actually trying to remember that or care about it?
I don't think I'll watch much NBA again this year. I didn't watch much last year either.
No, that's probably the numbers would tell you that you're not in the minority on that.
Yeah, I don't. Someone said Drew Henson in the chat. That's a funny one there.
Drew Henson. I played with Drew in Dallas.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
How bad was he?
It wasn't bad. Like, how bad? I mean, people say how bad was he? He played in the NFL.
I know, Bob.
He played in major leagues. Like, everybody wants to say, like, oh, that guy's trash. I'm like, trash relative to maybe who?
Who was
the
the
best
guy?
players in the world or the general population?
Both.
Who was the guy for the Celtics? Was it Scalabrine? That's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said that
Red
he's
Mamba.
closer to Jordan than the guy playing in the rec league is to him?
Of course.
And he's
that's
right.
true.
He's
Right,
And
that's
it's,
right.
and it's like close by,
I got you.
like 80-20. I
Right.
mean, like, it's not real.
I mean, have you ever seen, like, when big guys will go out and just shoot
Oh, yeah.
in NBA games in, like, a warm-up setting or whatever? Even, like, Dwight Howard will go out there and just swish every single three.
Yeah.
Now, he can't do it in the game because his form is a little too slow.
Right.
And he's actually being guarded and everything that goes to playing in a game. But, yeah, these guys.
I know. I guess, Bob, what I was saying was, to rephrase it then, did you ever think he could have been a successful starting quarterback in the NFL?
He throws the ball really well.
Right.
Here's the problem with most baseball players playing quarterback. Baseball is a reaction, and a lot of times it's more of a methodical game.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback, you have to see a lot of things and process a lot of stuff.
Right.
Like baseball, you know where to go before the ball's hit.
Sure.
With it. And if you're a pitcher, you get to sit there and pitch the ball when you're ready.
Right.
It's not how it works playing quarterback. They snap you the ball. You have to figure out who's open, and you have to throw it when they're open, not when you decide to.
Coming up next, folks, it's Tuesday. It's a Schleg's Day. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Yo, I'm your old basketball. Haven't seen you out on the courts in a while. Why not pass me over to Goodwill? Donating me helps Goodwill's mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Folks, it's Tuesday. And by the way, every day we get smarter listening to Bob. You pay close attention to what he says. You got to pay close attention to this next guest because based on something that may happen in this stream of consciousness conversation thing here, you might be able to get a $50 Roosters gift card at some point. He is Anthony Schlegel. Schlegs, it is homecoming weekend for the Buckeyes against the Golden Gophers.
He dropped. Let me get him back on the phone here.
God, I just put too much pressure on Bob, I guess.
Yeah, well, you have the tendency to do that. Building him up too big. The problem is if you fluff Schlegs too much, he'll always let you down.
That's not true. Schlegs will never let us down.
He does. What are you talking about? He didn't answer the phone a week or two ago.
I think, honestly, Bob, I think that was by design. I think it was for dramatic effect. I think it was all for the show.
He called his wife.
I understand. I think that's why he said to her, he said, look, I'm not going to answer the phone. They're going to call you. Let's play this up. I believe he was already awake. We got him back now? All right, Schlegs, homecoming week this weekend for the Ohio State.
Give me my intro.
We already played it. You missed it.
Well, then just bring on something good.
Here we go. I'll do it. Here we go.
No, I don't want you to play it.
Now it's too late now. I'm playing it.
Morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready. Always. It is Schleg Day.
Hey.
Yeah, now I feel the juice. Now I feel like I can actually talk to you guys.
Appreciate that. Homecoming this weekend. Were you in the homecoming court in high school? And if you were not, were you disappointed you were not?
No, I was not, and I was not disappointed.
You didn't want to be homecoming king?
Of what?
Of whatever high school you were at.
Why? Who cares?
That's Schlegs. That's something that's significant to a lot of young people. I mean, I never was in the court, and honestly, that's one of the big scars of my life.
Really?
Yeah, Schlegs, I mean, you know how much
That's
I love
sad.
public recognition. Why is it sad?
I know. No, because one, I don't. Like, you have to campaign for that.
Hey, if you're good looking enough, you don't have to campaign for anything.
I don't know how that works.
No, man, no. I was too busy playing football trying to hit people, man.
But that's
hey, homecoming court is not my bag. All right. That's not my deal.
That's like the picture, though. It's like the guy in the football jersey escorting the homecoming queen at halftime of the game. That's what happened back then in high school. Were either one of your wives on the homecoming courts?
My Courtney, I think she was in. Yeah, I think she was in the court one year. I think so.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask. Yeah, I believe she was because I think that's one thing she loves to hold over my head.
Yeah, Steph won. She was in the homecoming court, but she won a Miss Flame pageant in high school.
What's a Miss Flame pageant? That sounds erotic.
I don't know, but I know that it was fire.
My wife was homecoming queen, but she was homeschooled, so there's no other competition. But anyway, though, so Miss Flame.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. First off, I'm not disrespecting anybody that wants to be a homecoming king or homecoming queen. Like, that's cool, I guess. But I'm definitely not disappointed in that I was never invited. I was out. I mean, when I was in high school, like, you know what? They were coming to me to go buy the beer, at the place. Like, Schleg, can you use your Anthony Rodriguez ID in that Camaro and go hook us up with some of this stuff for a good time? I'm like, okay, hey, okay, but I need 2 double cheeseburgers from Wendy's or something. You got to make it worth my while.
There we go.
A 10-pack of soft tacos from Taco Bell with the cinnamon twist.
That's good. You like that,
Yeah.
Schlegs. What'd you like about Saturday?
Oh, what did I like about Saturday? I'll tell you what, I think the physicality up front on both sides of the football, really like. I'm trying to think of all the good things. I mean, individually, I think the fundamentals of our game, I think, get missed on people, which I really like that. I mean, you watching the very first play of the game, Luke Montgomery is getting a pancake block. I'm getting juiced out of my mind. I'm watching Will Kazmarek pancake people. You got Julian saying, like, rolling out of the pocket, throwing dimes on the run, going to his left. Let's see, what else did I like? Really like the way that Bo runs. Our wide receiver, a lot of our guys are just so unselfish that they're just playing the game of football, which is refreshing today. Let's see, defensively, our open field tackling, our ability to tackle in space from big guys on really athletic dudes is really impressive. I'll tell you that. So I don't know. There's a lot of great individual things. I mean, Caden is having himself a 4-game stretch. He has 5 sacks on the season. K-Mac. But you know what's crazy, Tito and Bob, is like I feel like all I've been doing with you, Carp, on the Bobby Carpenter show is we've been talking about these things that have come to fruition. We talked about how good Matty P was as a hire and how good it was going to be, and it showed up. And, people sleeping on Caden Curry, and we talked about Veli a long time ago. And, I mean, IGB has been playing really, really good football as a quarterback. I don't know. Why don't you – well, you know what? How about this? You guys need to ask me another question, but ask me questions about what people don't like, because I like to answer those.
What do people not like, Schlegs?
I don't. Well, no, I'm asking you guys. You guys are the ones that are out there with the people. You guys have the pulse of the city. I like to answer I like to refute the remarks and the questions of people that have no clue. So give me that. Give me those questions.
What if I asked you about the offense being too boring, just running the ball inside? People were talking about that during the game. Just a lot of interior runs, not using the wide receivers on the outside. More scoring, more excitement, more fun.
Yeah. Well, first off, we lost the possession, right? You go down there, you miss the 4th and 1. Totally get it, right? It's so crazy how people get enamored with like, oh, look at our red zone. I mean, there's one guy who's like another Ryan Day, after a bye week, sluggish. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you have a fullback that misses a block. He missed the block. It just happened. All right, we learned from it. It was the right play, and it just happened. And then you go 4 and out, right? So you got a first down the next play. You 3 and out after that. And you punt. We have a fumble. And they end up getting 3 points out of it. And you lose a possession. And they're playing things over the top. You're not playing man. You're trying to, just keep everything in front, which people are going to do. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, moving forward, everybody, hey, Buckeye fans, wake up. Like, everybody's just going to be like, hey, let's not let 17-4 beat us. so let's just do this. I mean, if we can hold them to 24 and not score a point, guess what? At least it was 24-0 and not 59-13 Notre Dame, Arkansas. You know what I mean? Like that's how they're going to start thinking. So let's just do that. That keeps us in the game and hangs around. But no, they're just taking what they give you. And it's so crazy to me that people don't like that. I think what you can do is you can maybe do some more things that can get your guys the ball in space but quickly to allow them to run. Like Jeremiah Smith on that touchdown. Like, I mean, it was literally 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and he did all the rest of the work with great downfield blocking, but it's really good athletic dudes in space. That's what you want to create. So I understand. Can we create some more of those? Probably. But, guys, establishing the running game opens everything else up. And it's not just for the fact of, we got to go be tougher or whatever. It's the long haul of this. When you're down a possession and you go after in the first half and you've lost a time possession battle, 18 minutes to
12.
18 to 12. It was something like, it was probably like 18 and a half to 11 and a half. 18 to 12. You got to come back, and they end up winning it by 4 minutes because they controlled the football the entire game. You had you started the second half with a 7-minute, 41-second drive. That's impressive. So I don't know. And then Washington's a good team. And in their offense, people were like, well, listen, maybe I don't get upset about what people say about the offense because I just think the offense is really good and they're growing. And I think Julian Sain is commanding the offense and doing a really nice job in his presence. And I think the best thing Ryan Day said about him was that everything he says and relays back is 100% accurate because we go back and watch the tape. So his eyes aren't deceiving him and he can articulate what he's seeing. But guys, defensively, it's so kind of comical. Like, well, Washington wasn't that good. But they came in and everybody, even you, Bob, were just so juicy on DeMond. You were, man. You were so juicy on DeMond Williams and their running back and their wide. I don't even know their names anymore.
Jonah Coleman and Denzel Boston.
Yeah, cool. That's why they pay you the big bucks, Bob. Okay? You're supposed to know their freaking names. But however, when you take that and how they were graded and all the things, Bob.
Yes.
And you hold them to 6 points. Pretty impressive. DeMond Williams had 88 yards last game rushing the football. I think he threw for a lot, right? I don't remember the stat off the top of my head. But here's the deal. He was able to sustain drives with his legs. Guess what? Did they do that on the Silver Bullets? The answer is negative. He had minus 23 yards because he got sacked 6 freaking times. 11 TFLs, Bob. That's a game. And that's a good Washington team. Anyways.
Schleg,
what do you want to ask me, Tito?
Tomorrow is October 1st. That's breaking news on that. We just uncovered that doing some research before the show.
Really?
Yes.
That is crazy. What's today then?
I think today is the 30th or 31st, one or the other. But anyway, I know that Carp does a big deal with decorations at Halloween.
Yeah.
And Halloween's a big holiday where you're living now.
Why?
Arlington does look, they treat Halloween, the kids treat it very seriously. They want elite candy and they want experiences. And I'm curious.
The adults take it seriously? Like,
oh, sure.
I'm trying to get this. Like, the adults go trick-or-treating here in Upper Arlington?
I've tried to.
That's weird.
I can't tell you how many times I've said, my kid's sick and can't be here, and my kid's right behind me. But anyway, do you or will you have an elaborate decoration set up in your yard, and will you dress up on trick-or-treat night?
No. And I ain't giving out the big bars, so don't mark this house down. You get in the stock, like things that you buy from Costco in the bags with the bowl. You know what I mean? So the answer is no. I guess I got to get used to that. I don't know.
You're in a neighborhood now.
Guys, listen, man, listen. You're in a neighborhood now, but that stuff ain't my jam. You know what's my jam? Lifting weights. and coach it.
Why don't you set out some dumbbells and everybody gets a couple reps?
Yard there. Let's do that.
No, it's deer season. I'd rather shoot my bow. I guess I'm just like antisocial.
I wouldn't do that Halloween with the kids.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's 6:30.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's
Maybe
dark.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't think I would go out there shooting arrows in the neighborhood on Halloween.
I didn't say that. I know. First off, don't put words in my mouth. Take my name out of your mouth, Tito. Look at that sleigh ball guy, that sleigh guy, Cohen. That was comical. No, I'm just saying. I was saying things that I like. I would never do that. I got like 5 houses right directly around me. It's crazy. No, you know what? I'm dead serious. If there's one holiday I like 2 holidays. I like Farm Thanksgiving, and I like.
So different than normal Thanksgiving?
What the hell's Farm Thanksgiving, Schlegs?
No, it's where we celebrate Thanksgiving at the farm. I like that. I
So it's
enjoy
Thanksgiving.
that.
Okay.
That's what we call it.
Okay.
Farm
And what was the other one you liked?
Guess what? I like that because we have a lot of people, a lot of family, and it's a good time.
And then what's the other holiday you like?
And I enjoy Christmas.
Okay. One,
because I get to tell my kids that it's about Christ and not about them getting presents, but like they're older now, which is great. But how about this? I enjoy family. I enjoy quality time with family. Halloween does nothing for me. Like what? Like you're gonna go around and like get candy, and then they're gonna bring it home, and you're gonna like get this freaking candy out of my face because I look how fat I'm getting. Like, do I really want to hear that? Do I really? I mean, I'm already tempted right now. What time is it? 7:20. All right, on September 30th. God bless 31st. My sister. Yeah. Hey, bro, there is no way it's the 31st. Do you not know how to count the months with 31 off your knuckles of your hand?
Off the knuckles of my hand?
Yeah, Bodie said that earlier.
Tito, you never learned this. Anyways, my sister, all right, and Aaron made me like literally 3 batches of pumpkin bars for moving in. And you know what? It's awesome and also kind of terrible at the same time because last night I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry. So of course, late night snack. What do? Can I get something healthy? Eat some fruit? No, I just ate like 8 pumpkin bars. I just cut that, and then it's like it's like eating ice cream. Like I told you, like I gotta make it smooth and flat on the top. You know what I mean? I don't like a bunch of gouges in there. It looks so inappropriate for one, but 2, I go through and I cut the lines on the pumpkin bars. But you got to eat the whole line. Like you can't just have random dudes hanging out there, just making it look terrible. No man left behind, especially at a pumpkin bar. So you cut that line, I just ate the whole daggone line. I like those holidays. Now that we're getting back, I like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter. Those are the ones I like.
Okay. My wife's a big fan of the Halloween Schleg. She enjoys it.
You guys get the big. How tall is that thing?
I enjoy Cord Dog's world famous salsa. I'll tell you that much. I gotta get you that container back.
Yeah, no, you guys are good. I think you can keep that. She likes putting up all the decorations, so we've got that all going. I don't let her put them up till today, though, because I say before October it doesn't count. We've got you get 1 month for the holiday. Like we're not celebrating these things forever. So.
Well, then do you have Thanksgiving decorations?
Well, yeah, a lot of the harvest style. Well, we leave out some pumpkins, and she has some, I don't know, a cornucopia and some different things like that she puts out there. Yeah, we have some.
And then you go. So you, Bob, you're telling me you go 3 months of decor.
Yeah.
Because you go from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas.
It's terrible. Storing all that stuff and moving it in and out of the black bins is atrocious. But yes.
That is terrible. That sounds bumpy.
My biggest thing is when my wife buys stuff, I go, where are we going to store it? Like it being out now is fine, but then it's going to live for 11 months in a box.
You need a shed. Hey, everything has a place in its place, and you label those things.
I do. And the problem is they keep buying more, and then my organization, it's a new game of Tetris every year. So I need to get your shed from you.
Yeah, Schlegs, we just opened up a can because every year at this time, there's some stress in Bobby's life because of the getting out of the decorations, and then no one puts them back the way they're supposed to get put back except for Bobby. And so it causes a lot of angst. And I don't know.
I understand.
Yeah, so he takes it very personally. I'm not sure. I know last year there were some issues. How tall is that thing you put in your front yard?
Oh, it's 10, 12 feet.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Then you got to mow around it too, so you got to move it. And now my kids appreciate it. So why don't you put them up, Dad? I'm like, because I hate moving Skelly. It adds 10 minutes to my mow time. Like moving a 12-foot high skeleton is not easy. I've got to move it. I've got to mow back, like, and it's awful without it falling over. Then re-anchor it so it doesn't get blown over by the wind.
Skelly. Sounds like a problem. Sounds like Skelly be going into the burn pile.
Going into the burn pile.
Schlegs, I'm going to call it Farm Thanksgiving also.
I was moving it when I was mowing, and he
blew into the burn pile.
He snapped his femur, so there was nothing I could do to it. I tried to duct tape it, so I just threw him in the burn pile.
Wait. We're talking about a decoration, not a person, right?
Skelly.
You can put anything in the burn pile with that off. That's farm life.
That's farm life. Schlegs,
Skelly.
You're the man. Thanks so much, buddy. We'll talk again next week.
Hey.
Yeah.
Go Bucks, man. Hey, let's go. Be cancer, Ohio.
All right. See you, Schlegs. He never won Homecoming King.
He never did, and that's okay. But his wife won. She was flaying. Well, okay. You know what? I didn't say anything. I stopped it. That'll be the question. Because it's a Tuesday, which means it's an appetizer Tuesday with our friends at Roosters.
Do you want to play it?
Yes, I do want you to play it.
Okay, I can't.
Why not?
I thought you were going to do the Riverside read here. Sorry.
So did I, but you want to do Riverside and then do that later?
Yeah, we'll do that. I
Riverside
can find. Oh, hold on. Let me find all this stuff. Got things written down. All things moving around.
Do you want to play Rooster while you read Riverside?
No, I don't.
That'd be fun.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and
did.
opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you think Schlegs really thinks I think they're 31 days September?
Yeah, because some of the other takes you have are pretty bad. So you having a 31st day in September, and then you didn't even remember when Bodie goes, just count them off your knuckles. Like, you just ignored that information.
I was probably busy chatting. That's probably what I was doing over here. I was probably in the chat.
The most important conversation is the one that's going on in this room.
Okay. MAGACOM Popcorn says one day Bob is coming out of that chair, Tito. LOL. I don't know if that's going to happen. If it does, though, it'll be right here live on YouTube. Be able to see it. Even during the break, you can see what we do. And don't read our lips, please. Coming up next, Ryan Day. We got some sound from him from yesterday. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are trying to take control of their health. They want to look beyond the traditional medicine of going to just a normal doctor. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. People just like you and me are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, surgery, right here in Columbus, Ohio at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by the highly regarded orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains many tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team will get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells that are involved. By putting these natural elements to work, your body, it can revitalize your joints, literally using your own body's biologics to heal you. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay, no drugs, it's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. So if it's knees, backs, hips, whatever it may be, give QC Kinetics a call for your free consultation. 380-208-4544, 380-208-4544, qckinetics.com/Columbus.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
No lip reading going on, please. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys being here in the chat with us also. Great having Schlegs. At the end of this segment, we will do the That's What He Said.
There we go.
And then next segment, when we'll tell you who wins the $50 Roosters gift card. That's a lot of teasing right there. Buckeye Roundtable yesterday. Ryan Day talked about the things that Julian's saying. Said he had a breaking news on this one too. A really good performance against Washington.
Yeah, I agree. And there was a few things in the game, like his scramble to get us into field goal range on 3rd and long after we found ourselves behind the sticks. You know, he had to throw the ball away a couple times, drifted on that 3rd down when they brought zero pressure and understood what was going on, bought himself a ton of time, found a passing lane there to Jeremiah, really threw the ball to Max Clare on that play action, just right on the money. And, Max did a great job, getting a foot in bounds. And just having the composure of going into an environment like that on the silent cadence for the first time, that's not something that, as you know, is easy. And I thought, Carson and Luke, the guys up front, and obviously Julian handled that part of it well.
I heard a lot of the same things, Bob, you were talking about, the conservativeness of the Ohio State offense. And I think Ohio State fans still probably have, in some cases, like PTSD from the Michigan game last year with the conservative play calling there and how that led to the result or what it contributed to the result of that game. But I don't think that's the same thing as we're seeing here.
When you're running the ball effectively, it's different than running the ball when you're not as effective.
Right, but I'm saying I think that they're doing what they have to do to win.
Yeah.
They weren't threatened in that game at all against Washington, on the road against a decent Washington team.
A Washington team that's probably going to win 8 games this year. Like they're a pretty good team. Like they're going to score some points against a lot of people. And part of it is when you do that and you control the time of possession like they did in the second half, that allows you then to take stress off your defense. And when they're playing really well, don't expose them more than they need to be. They're going out there and getting 3 and outs. Washington was 1 of 11 on 3rd down.
Right.
1 of 11. That's atrocious. So that's why in the second half, once you're able to drive the football and handle things, and Bo Jackson, has 17 for 80, you rush it 34 times for $150. You control the time of possession, have a couple of shots in there, make a couple of passes, keep moving the sticks. Like all that stuff works, and it works really well for you.
Yeah, and offensive lineman's good. Has been good. I think the running game has looked better each week.
Yeah.
I like what Bo Jackson's been doing.
I think he's been getting better, so that's helped it.
Yes, I think he's getting more comfortable in the offense as far as more confidence, more comfortable. You can see as well. Here is Ryan Day on Buckeye Roundtable talking about Caden Curry.
Yeah, there's no question. And like everybody, he's got his own journey. He's had his ups and his downs, but he stuck with it. And as we all know, that's a huge part of having success in this game is being resilient and pushing through the difficult times and maximizing yourself, believing in yourself. This game will teach him a lot of amazing lessons. And Caden's a great example of somebody that has put the hard work in. He's a great teammate. He's done a lot of great things on special teams. And now you're seeing him play at a very high level. And the production is, significant. Obviously, he broke a record last Saturday, and, he's playing his best football right now.
Bob, and I don't want to be prisoner of the moment when I say this. We saw what Oregon did to Penn State last weekend. Can you definitively say Ohio State upgraded at the defensive coordinator position now?
Well, I mean, it's one game. Jim Knowles is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that away from him. I personally like Matt Patricia's system better. And I like how he calls things, and I like some of his solutions to different problems. Personality-wise, how he handles, I think, the whole room, I think, is an improvement from maybe what they had as well, which is something that you can't underestimate because that's been able to allow them to get the best out of the players, of kind of how you handle the different position groupings and how the versatility of it, and how you choose to deploy things. And we're seeing some more 3 down this year. We're seeing more variety in your personnel groups, which that was something that didn't happen last year. And for whatever reason, you're the defensive coordinator. That all falls on you, of your ability to execute and get those things called and use the creativity and to utilize them and to get everybody on board. So saying definitively he's better. I mean, Jim Knowles is a great coach. I think Matt Patricia's better. I think he's different, but I think he's better based upon how he does it. And that's not to besmirch Jim Knowles. He's doing a good job over there at Penn State.
Yeah.
Their defense wasn't the problem Saturday night.
Oh, no. It wasn't. No. But
offensively.
I also, look, I love what Jim Knowles brought to the program, and what he brought to Ohio State, and I think he did a fantastic job here. I just get the sense and maybe it's because of the way that all the underreported or behind-the-scenes drama after the Oregon loss, I just feel more confident. Despite losing all the players they lost to the NFL, this Ohio State group has looked damn good through 4 games. And I like the fact, Bob, that Washington tried to use tempo against Ohio State because it forced them to adjust to that a little bit. Whereas, a lot of the times Ohio State, what we saw in the first few games is they would show a look defensively and then change it. And if you're going before the play starts or all that, but against Washington when they were playing with tempo, it was more difficult for Ohio State to disguise a look because they had to be in position.
When you go tempo, it eliminates your ability to do anything on the back end. What you see is what you get at that point. And so that's why Ryan does. That's why all offensive coordinators and head coaches, that's why they choose to do that. Is so when you do, nobody can move. They can't shift around and disguise stuff. So, they talked about on the broadcast of that being part of the plan, and that was a good answer. But, Matt Patricia's got answers for that, too. If you're not disguising stuff, then you just go out there and execute. The other thing is when they're going quick, the offense is dramatically limiting their playbook of what they're able to run as well.
Here's Ryan Day talking about being back at home and also a quick note about Minnesota.
Yeah, good reference point for our team, but good to be back home. Can't wait for a night game. It doesn't take long to be away before you miss being at home, and it's going to be great to get a game back with everybody here. I know we had great fans out in Washington, and could just feel the support being out there. And there's a lot of excitement around this team right now. So expecting an electric atmosphere Saturday night. But Minnesota's well coached. I got a lot of respect for PJ and what he does and how hard his team plays. And they're going to come in here and give us everything they have. And so it's going to be a great week of preparation for us.
By the way, Bob, quick note in the chat. Emily was out there, one of our chatting Hall of Famers, initial class, and said she was out there for the game and found a Buckeye bar. And the owner there does a 50-50 raffle every game with the proceeds going to try to send a local kid to Ohio State.
Oh, I love that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's tremendous. Good for her.
I think that's a good idea that she was out there for that. I've seen nothing but great pictures, and people who I've talked to have been out there said what an incredible
experience it was.
People in the
Pacific Northwest are largely nice people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good area.
Okay, so
some of the CBS aerial shots when they were coming back from commercial and whatnot, it's that's a pretty nice little stadium, nice little setup they got there.
I love
how many what's the capacity there?
About 70.
Okay.
So good size, but they fill it up. Yeah. And they got the sweet lake in the back and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Emily corrected me. She was in Hilton Head Island for her daughter's wedding. But the bar, there was Buckeye bar there. They did it, though. So, nonetheless, cool thing, an out-of-state bar does something like that. Thank you. I'm for the correction on that one. The Minnesota thing, Bob. And when I was first following Ohio State football, conference games, and maybe I'm wrong on this, meant a hell of a lot more than they do now. Just because winning the conference is important, but it's
a guaranteed ticket to the college football playoff.
It is, but
so I'd say it's fairly important, depending on the conference you're in.
I will. This is why, though, Bob, because of the fact every year Ohio State was playing every team in the Big Ten back then. They played everybody. Or maybe they just won, but they played 8 of the other 9 teams. Okay,
because they've never played 9 conference games until recently, and there were 10 teams, so the math, you'd need one more game.
I was only off by 1. Anyway, Bob, and so
90% of the time they'd play everybody.
Right.
Is that going to punch a hole in your argument, Thitoff?
No, it's not at all. Because now, though, because of the way the scheduling works, we're not seeing the same 8 teams or 9 teams, whatever, every year. There's sometimes we have these gaps and stuff. So it used to be like when Ohio State, Minnesota game. Granted, Ohio State always had superior talent to Minnesota. But there was some familiarity there when you played year after year after year after year. And now it's kind of lost a little bit on that because of the scatter shot scheduling and the way that they don't play. Michigan, obviously Ohio State plays Michigan every single year. Penn State's unrivaled. But it just seems to me, Bob, like the games – they don't carry the same amount of juice for me as they did before.
Welcome to modern college football.
I know, it's what it is. I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's the byproduct of that, right?
Yeah, that is the byproduct. When you have conferences that have 16 and 18 teams in them, and you play a 12-game schedule, 3 non-conference games, you're not going to be able to play everybody. You're going to play about half of the conference.
A lot of these conference games have a non-conference game feel to me. I know they mean the same in the standings as far as depending who's going to make it to the Big Ten championship game and whatnot. But I'm just saying the fact that it is so scattershot around now that it feels almost like a non-conference game to me. Ohio State's going to play Texas more in the 2 years than they're going to play a lot of Big Ten teams in the 2 years, because they get the home and home with them. And so I just that's kind of what I was getting at. When I hear the Minnesota thing and I see it, it just doesn't have the same vibe for me as it did 35 years ago or whatever, God, it seems old.
Maybe it's because they're not as good too.
Well, Minnesota wasn't great back then. They've never been great, have they?
They won the first AP national championship.
I know they did. Yeah.
They was it 2019? They won like 11 games.
Well, they won 11.
Yeah.
I know Tony Dungy used to play for them. I was a quarterback for them a long time ago.
Dungy's my dad's age.
I know. I'm just saying a long time ago. No, I'm saying like they've had good players come through there.
Rashad Bateman.
Okay, there you go. Rashad Bateman, was he Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah. So, why did I think he was? Who's the guy from Purdue then around the same time?
Who am I thinking Rondale
of?
Moore?
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
Drew Brees?
Yeah, Drew Brees. I did. Look, Purdue had some good ones, no doubt about it. It doesn't feel the same to me. Zoo Review says, Tito, was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? I guess he's comparing me to John Belushi in Animal House for some of my math and some of my knowledge. Appreciate that. Coming up next, before Roosters. We do that, though. Yes, we'll do Roosters first. Coming up next, buddy, it's Roosters here.
You hear the sound, you know what day it is. It's the final day of September. It is September 30th, a Tuesday. Fried mushrooms are the featured appetizer that are $3 all day long. Breaded mushrooms fried. They're golden and crispy on the outside. Dip them in some ranch. They are delicious. They're $3 all day long at Roosters. And if you go to roosterswings.com, you can register for the Roosters giveaway. They're giving away tickets. They got Penn State in there. Ooh. They've got tickets to the and travel and everything to the first playoff game, assuming the Buckeyes make it, their first postseason game. So head over there and check it out. And now you get a chance to win a $50 Roosters gift card. Just for listening, all you got to do is be able to answer this question. We were talking to Schlegs earlier about him and his lovely wife, Stephanie. If either one of them were part of the homecoming court, he said no, but Steph did win this in high school. 614-821-1460 is the number. What was her title that she was able to garner? Get that to Bodie and win the $50 Roosters gift card.
Bodie, I need you to do something for me.
All right.
I need you to monitor some of the names in the chat that our chatters use to make sure I'm not going to say something inadvertently that might be offensive or, because like, we know McChickens.
McChickens,
okay,
yeah.
McChickens, he changed his name. We know that one. And we can't say that. That one's obviously enough that I don't say on the air.
Some shows probably could, but
yeah, you're right.
We're not going to do that.
3 to 6 you could. But I'm just saying, like, here, though, if because of my lack of knowledge of, like, current social things and current pop culture, I said zoo reviews, and then I said, I hope there's not some other meaning in that I don't know. So just if you see one, if you can just kind of let me know on that one before I put my foot further into my mouth than I always do. All right, coming up next, we will do that giveaway. So you can 861-482-1460. Well, so who's got us juice? Morning juice.
When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night, Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn, skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greensons.com for all your Kubota needs.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Bobby played for the Dallas Cowboys. Tito wears assless chaps.
I'm dead sexy.
You're locked into Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Final segment of the program. Make sure, by the way, we got the 2 flowers here on YouTube every day. Fan app, HD3. Download the show anytime. You can also catch us on 10 TV Plus from 10 a.m. to noon. And on the Fan 2, 1460 from 1 to 3 p.m. So you could not even have to, like, download it. You could just, like, in your regular life, hear 6 hours of us. Bobby, people in the chat want us to go to 3 hours. Would you be open to a 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. show?
Not particularly. 5 a.m. is a little bit early for me.
Sounds like you're on the fence about it. We can discuss it in our Monday meeting. Bodie, we got a winner?
We do. David from Lancaster.
David from Lancaster.
All over it. Lancaster.
He knew that Steph won Miss Flame. I don't know if that's real or fictional.
Is that like the Hunger Games thing?
I don't know, Bob. And by the way, Schlegs needs to get out there and just do something for Halloween.
They'll put up some stuff. I'm sure. They just moved in, but I'm sure they will.
I would think they would.
He's not a Scrooge.
And I like the fact farm Thanksgiving, a new holiday. It's the same as Thanksgiving. It's just on a farm.
Yeah, that's where the first Thanksgiving was.
Yeah, you're right.
I guess I always grew up. We'd go to my grandma and grandpa's, and so that's
on a farm,
and they lived on a farm, and that was just what Thanksgiving was. So it was part of it. Schlegs didn't have that, so he had to call it Farm Thanksgiving to delineate it.
We do more Thanksgiving at like friends' houses anymore than big family things. Yeah,
your family doesn't like you anymore.
I don't know if they like me. It's just different.
You're like the antithesis of Schleg. Schleg said he loves his family on the holidays, and you say we don't do it with our family anymore.
I would probably love Schleg's family too. Give me an invite, Schleg's. Let's tell you what's.
I don't know if you'd be able to handle Schleg's.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I'd be afraid of Schleg's at a Thanksgiving thing.
Well, there's probably rules and things that he would have that you wouldn't want to abide by. That if you seem more like the stray cat type, I mean, I think Schleg's life might be mildly more regimented than yours.
I could see him enticing
coming in the air tonight
to put on a shirt with a bullseye on it and take off in the woods and just see what happens.
That would be. He would probably throw a rock at you and down you that way.
Yeah, I'm pretty swift. Former tap dancer. It is a Tuesday. Bodie, what's got Schleg's juiced?
Yesterday is a history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. You know who said that?
Who?
Master Oogway. Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda.
Tomorrow's also September 31st.
Right, exactly.
For some people.
Yes.
I think for most, it's October 1st.
Check my knuckles.
Speaking of do you like get that reference?
I want you to show him how to do this right now.
No, the knuckles thing?
Yeah.
I've heard it before. I don't remember it though. But
so it said show him how.
Yeah, it's so if you can see my hand here.
Yes, I can see it.
And yeah, the YouTube chat can sort of see it. So if you just go like if you're on a knuckle, January,
right,
that has 31 days.
Okay.
And you go in between February,
right,
doesn't have 30 days. Tito.
Right.
February has 28.
Or
Except for every
29.
fourth year it has 29. And then you just go every other one.
Okay.
March, April, May. But when you get, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. When you get to July and it still has 31 days, you just restart. And it's August has 31 again.
Okay.
September, October, November, December.
So the only two that are back-to-back that have...
July and August, yeah.
Okay, I guess that's right around my birthday.
You can also just remember it that too, but the knuckle things. It's kind of like the multiplying by 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like count your fingers out.
Yeah.
This goes back to this little piggy went home. What if you're missing a knuckle, Bob? Now all of a sudden you're screwed up.
Coach, you're not going to ever miss one of these knuckles. You'd have to have your whole hand cut off.
What about just one finger from the knuckle
you would
up?
still have the base.
Yeah.
Like you would have to cut down into the meat of your hand to lose your top knuckles.
So you can't lose a knuckle without...
Well, not this one. There's multiple. Your fingers are 3-jointed. You do realize that, correct?
Yeah, of course. It's triple joint. Yeah.
Say that as if like you're some sort of physician over here. So you can lose the first two. The third joint is actually affixed to your hand. That's like saying you'd lose your shoulder. To lose your shoulder, you kind of have to lose some of your torso
it's probably
too.
all gone.
It's affixed in there. Like you could lose from the elbow down and then like just have that. But if you lose that base knuckle, you lost part of your hand.
Okay. By the way, Bob, again, I didn't know you could not lose. Just like you could not lose a knuckle, you'd have to lose. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not a doctor here,
Yeah,
but I'm just telling you by looking at it.
I'm just saying, right now, get a knife and cut right here, right?
That'd be part of your hand.
Right, but I'm saying the knuckle's gone then, right?
It is, but so
now
is
it
part of
screws
your
up
hand.
the county. Doesn't it?
It does, but it also, you lost part of
Just
your
like
hand.
Dion, the little pig can't go wee all the way home. Same kind of thing. I'm just saying we got to take into account, Bobby, everybody on that one.
Bodie, what's got you juiced?
Speaking of stray cats, last day of cat sitting today. I don't even really have to watch them either. Just got to go make sure food and water are filled.
Just open the
Sister
door.
And brother-in-law get back this evening. I don't know what happened, Matty. Somebody left the door open for 12 hours and the cat was gone.
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap, man. I don't know what happened.
Now, the problem is if something happened to that cat, something would happen to me. So make sure he's all taken care of there. Tuesday, so get a Coaster Bob day tomorrow. The PTO schedule says I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be here because you guys just can't get rid of me. And I love working with you guys so much. So I'll be here tomorrow morning, despite what
You can't take
PTO's
Wednesdays
schedule
off.
says.
PTO's
Don't worry, the last
optional.
schedule we got already had an update to it about the Reds games and
That's right, yes.
different stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's
one of
good.
these days, there'll be a first print
We'll get
edition
that
of the
train
schedule.
back on the track.
What does the O stand for in PTO?
Off.
Personal time off? Or is it personal time
paid
optional?
time off.
I think it's paid time
I
optional.
think it's prepare the others. I'm
That's
not going
what
to be
it
here.
should be.
The others.
That's a good call.
Good job on that,
So,
buddy.
I can't take too much credit for that. I've seen it on the internet multiple times. So that all has me juiced, Bobby. What has you juiced?
Well, it is Tuesday, so yesterday, very busy day, running around, doing some stuff. My daughter, she had her last tennis match of the day. Year was senior night, so they didn't play. Played all the seniors, so excited for that. So wrapping up her first varsity season there over at the high school. And she's off for winter sports. Now we've got lifting and lacrosse and probably a little more tennis to work on as well. So that was exciting. It's going to close that chapter. For that, they've got their banquet and everything coming up here. So that'll be a lot of fun to get going with that. And then I went over there to my guy Lou Salter's house. He's the school board over in Upper Arlington, getting ready to run again. Our guy Tress was over there supporting Lou, and he does a great job of that. And whenever I get a chance to see Tress, and especially in a public forum, he never takes an opportunity to pull a punch for me. And people are like, he always likes to knock on you there and find. He's like, Bobby, you're the second best athlete here. And he points out one of the lovely ladies there. He's like, such and such here, she played basketball at Youngstown State for us, led us to the NCAA tournament. Now she had this colored hair and everything. She was the defense enforcer. I called her Dennis Rodman. I called her Rodman when she was out there. And so I ran into her and she's like, I'm sorry about that. And she's like, I'm like, no, it's okay. I was like, but did you actually have the colored hair? Was all that true? She's like, oh, it was. And he did call me Rodman. And I said, when Tress stops pointing you out, that means he doesn't care anymore. So I said, I caused him enough gray hair. This is his retribution for me. So I sit there, I smile, and I take all the slings and arrows. But the guy is awesome. He's doing a great job as lieutenant governor, and he's always available for a phone call when I need him. And so for that, I appreciate that significantly for everything that he does, not only for me, but for his former players and just all the guys that he's ever had and coached. And he remembers everyone's name, everything about their families and what they've got going on in their life. So excited for today. Was rescheduling some things. Tomorrow, big 7th grade intra-city matchup with Jones and Hastings. So we had to reconfigure our practice schedule with football so the kids will be able to go over there and see that. Because Thursday I'm going to be with Tress again, who is a relentless worker, helping to MC the Adaptive Sports Boundless Bash, which they do as one of their big fundraisers every year for adaptive sports. And our guy Tyson Gentry is going to be there as well. So excited to get to see him and Tress on Thursday night. So a big week. I watched some Monday Night Football last night. I gave over the remote. My son RJ goes, here, the only football guy in the house, gave it to me. You run the split screen. What audio do you want? I said, buddy, you do this. You handle it. And they couldn't believe I wasn't cheering for the Dolphins. You played down there? I was like, for a little bit. It's like, but Aaron Glenn was on I played with him my rookie year, and their kicker, Nick Folk,
It looks every bit of his age out there.
He got drafted the year after. He missed playing with Aaron Glenn by a year.
Yeah.
And it's wild. So he came in 2007, banged a nice a career long, I think a 57, 58-yarder last night. So good for my guy, Nick Folk. I was really happy for him going out there and getting that done. Unfortunately, the Jets did not get a win, and neither did the Bengals. But a couple of NFL games on last night, which were fun to watch. All that had me juiced. Got to figure out what my viewing pleasure will be tonight with no football and maybe a little baseball, but then my wife will probably rip the TV off the wall. So we'll see what ultimately happens. Thitoff, what's got you juiced?
Well, at first I was a little
petrified,
bothered. Yeah, I was petrified. Without
never live without you by my side.
Yes.
How many times is that an hour? How's that going to help you?
So
I'll divide it and then count to it.
Right, Bob. At first I was a little bit bothered by the fact I wasn't invited to Lou's thing last night, but then
it was like a pure invite thing. I think it was just
the fact Tressel was there. I understand why I wasn't invited because we can't really be in the same room, and I find it ironic. You say he never forgets people's names, or
no, he'd call you Ice.
Right, exactly. That's the whole thing right there.
You're Ice to him.
Whatever.
Ice.
That's fine.
99 says.
Yes, that's what I am to him. So, but that it makes sense now why I was not part of the festivities there. What's got me juiced? Well, but the chat's blowing up with people trying to get me to say things now that I shouldn't say. People are suggesting things. McChickens wants me to say his name he uses now on the chat, and he says, "I promise you won't get in trouble." But then there's other references to Knuckles that people are trying to get me to say things, and I don't trust any of them.
People also have thoughts on other things too.
They do. It is a very entertaining chat. Yes, it's a very entertaining
some
chat.
Just like what goes on in life, what goes on the air at this radio station.
Phil says that I could pass for black. I understand Tress doing that. That's fine.
Black.
Yeah, I guess
well,
so.
in all fairness to Tress,
I as in you.
He was
yes.
He was going on the air, the story. He was going on with Rothman and Matty Ice, and he knew the name of the show. And Thitoff was sitting in for Ice that day.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tress, being a guy like, hey, great to hear from you, Ice. And Rothman looked over. That's just what it was. So you know what? You're Ice to him now.
That's fine. And you know what? He's Jim to me. John. Actually, he's John is what I said. He's John Tressel to me if we ever have the chance to meet again. Which I'm going to stop asking you, Bobby, to arrange it. But just keep in mind, I'm always expecting you to arrange it. I'm not saying he has to apologize to me, but
I will say a few weeks ago when I went to the Notre Dame game, we go up through Toledo and then over to South Bend and stopped at a couple rest stops. I have no idea how much Tressel has input on this, but there is a nice big poster of him and a couple of those suckers. Rest stops in, I shouldn't say Columbus, just in the state of Ohio. 2 thumbs up.
They've redone a lot of them over the last couple of years.
Yeah, very nice, cleaned up. And you know what?
Thitoff hangs out behind those. His face was in the inside the stall. Said, meet me out back.
Call this number if you want a good time. But you know what? When you got a nice little 5-hour road trip there, a good rest stop just really, it's the little things in life, but
yeah.
It is.
Well done, Tress. You've done a lot of things.
So they called him. They called him the rest stop Lieutenant Governor. That's how he wanted to be known.
A Tress stop is what it is. It's a Tress stop. It's a Tress stop. That's what we got to change it.
Being appreciative.
I know you are. It should be a Tress stop. That's what we should do there.
I didn't appreciate the 06 Fiesta Bowl. Or whatever.
Don't. What are you going to say, Bob?
Oh, no. Patrick in the chat just brought up the 7-minute abs, which I don't know if either one of you guys would get the reference that I made that was from a movie that then the 7-minute abs was referenced after.
Oh, yeah. That 7-minute abs. I don't know what's from the what he did like
Inception for a movie reference.
It is.
What was it? Like somebody said that an 8-minute abs or 6-minute abs. What was it?
Have you seen the movie?
I've seen a clip. I'm sure. What movie is it?
It's something about Mary.
Okay, yes, I have seen it. Then yes. Okay, there you go. See,
that's a pretty entertaining part of the movie. There's a lot of really good pieces in it, but that's one of the better ones.
Phil wants to know if they'd shut us off if we go past 8. Like if we just kept going today, would they shut us off?
I don't know how that works, Bodie. You're the one.
No, it would not.
It would not. We could just keep going.
No, we could literally just keep going.
We could do a
I
telethon.
don't know if somebody would come in here and try to tell us to go.
Lock the door. Lock the door. No one comes in. Hey, respect the on-air light. The on-air light's on. You don't. Not everyone. I know.
Respected that over the years.
Chatters, we love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody for tuning in today, and Schlegs for doing what Schlegs does. We're back tomorrow, Morning Juice.
I knew that the first hour and a half of my day was going to be excruciating pain. I mean, it was so much pain, it literally brought tears to my eyes.
Dad to a prominent Ohio basketball family, Satch Sullinger was determined to find relief. And that's exactly what happened.
QC Kinetics, they are awesome. This is my body that they're using to repair itself. And so who wouldn't want to go for that?
QC Kinetics natural treatments got Satch's attention. Finally, a way to get rid of that pain in his knees without going under the knife. And best of all, they used his own healing properties to give him relief.
Since I've been having the treatment, I can go up and down steps. So I'm getting better, and my golf game shows it because I'm starting to hit the ball a little bit better now.
Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics treatments. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus and call today for your complimentary consultation. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Again, 208-4544. QC Kinetics.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers. Through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fairhousing. A message